What is up, guys? It's Mason once again. We're playing against the Nigeria. I have to win this. I have to win this. So yeah, you notice a pattern with my other games. I can't remember the lines. Again, you know, I went to look again at the lines and I simply cannot remember. Let's play what I know. You play bishop and then pawn push. I recall that. Let's play what I know. Yeah, so basically what I was saying was there were other games that I played. My PC has had an overheating problem. So whilst I was analyzing the games, then my PC shut down. So those files were corrupted. So you notice that in those videos, I kept making reference to the fact that I lost the information, and I was explaining what happened in those games. But I was able to find a way to gain those videos back, I should say. So interesting. I've been playing automatic so far, but with the way my opponent has played this specific move, I'm a little bit. So let's say he goes d5, d takes, or d takes knight takes. If knight takes, I probably have this move. So I can slow play this a bit. With this move, takes, if knight takes, I have f4. I mean, all this is... I'm suspecting that his next move is going to be knight this way. I'm suspecting that that's going to be the next move. But I'll still go this way. Reason being, with bishop... Okay, he doesn't. Now, taking here, he could go rook takes, right? Because now he holds this square. A part of me also wants to ignore it and simply go pawn push. What would be the best move here? I don't want... Like, if I go this way, I'm okay with that. My opponent doesn't have, like, squares in this regard. So I kind of want to reject it and let my opponent come in this way. I do have like f3 to hold on to the pawn. And since the position is locked now and I'm initiating an attack on my opponent here, this, I believe, should work in my favor. Right? Now, the ideas of g4, g5, like my opponent, I think, has played this wrong. Okay. I was thinking this knight jumps in, takes, and then queen comes in check. And that would be like winning. But I now see the queen here. And if I were to play bishop back, he's going to bring his bishop in. So I'm looking at pawn push, knight takes. And then maybe I slide my queen this way. That, and also I can just go g4. I'm taking my time here because I think I should take my time. This doesn't work as it normally would. So I think g4, going this way, preserving the rook, may make a big difference here. So here, and then we go h5. I wanted to go h5 immediately, but h5 is not looking like the move I want to make now. Ooh, okay. First option that comes to my mind is pawn takes. Pawn takes, if he takes, I take again with check. Whether king, I think he has to go king takes, but then with whatever takes he takes, I can simply come in this way. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I think that's just the move. takes, he takes, I take this way. If knight takes, I have rook up coming in this way with check. I just think this is it. I could go back, but it just feels too slow. So I'm going to go for the risky play here. If I lose, I lose. Also, the other option, I don't have to take this way. I can also take this way and bring in my king, right? So you can, oh, he takes. Interesting. Did not expect him to take, actually. With how he was playing, I was not expecting him to take. Okay, so now we can just go back. We have some ideas we can go for here. So in this line, going back, I'm okay with it. Okay. Let's go this way. I don't like my position. Like, I think I'm winning. Don't get me wrong. I do think I'm winning, but I don't like the way I've gone about it. I think I've messed up a few things here. Now I can actually play this because knight jumps in this way. I can take, and if pawn takes, you can see the problems coming up. I think my opponent is planning this move. I could take, but I want to lead with my idea first, right? Okay. I have to play a bit fast now. I think knight, pawn takes, pawn pushes a move. I'm playing very fast because I'm kind of confused. Knight comes in. Going pawn push. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this for sure. Like, since I have no idea what I'm doing at this point, I'll try and explain my thought process. But at this point, it's very. I'm playing more or less on instinct because I know there should be something here. I just can't figure it out. That's basically what's going on in my mind right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is an idea. I spent so much time in the open. This is really going to suck. Mostly, the reason why I said what I said at the beginning, for those who might not have understood it, mostly when I play against Nigerians and they see my flag, they get uber aggressive and they do everything in their power to win. So that's kind of like why I did what I said what I said. I would have played a different opening, but because I saw who it was, I kind of like had to do that, say that, what you call it. Mm. One push. I don't have the time to think about this. I've been sacrificing pieces throughout the day. What more is another sacrifice? Yeah, that doesn't work. I just realized it now. That sucks. Basically, just a fast 1-2-1-2 punch. That was a big mistake by me. Oh boy. 51 seconds may not be enough. Come on, move. Okay. I think we win from here. I think we win from here. Yeah, we win from here. Okay, let's go. Woo! Oh boy, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. 2 brilliant moves. It's been crazy. It's been crazy, guys. You are going to love this game. You are really going to love this game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got quiet there. Whew. I had to win this. I had to win this. My opponent, I'm shaking again. My opponent at a point messed this up. I think I over-sacrificed my pieces at the point. I think I over-sacrificed my pieces at the point. But I really wanted to force the line. And I think I was right. I don't know. I think I was right in some of the moves, but in some of them, I think I was wrong. I think I got too invested in them. So let's look at this. I'm hoping that the recording, my PC is getting heated up again. I hope it doesn't go off. But let's turn on this. Just so you guys will have a fair idea what the engine is saying. I've disconnected and deleted quite a number of things so that my PC doesn't overheat, but let's see. So yeah, I wanted to play my friend's line again, but I realized I know that after this, bishop comes in, pawn push, knight jumps back, and I was trying to remember if it was knight or this. And because I couldn't figure it out, that's when I concluded that I wouldn't play. I know I've said it in multiple videos that I want to play it, and I still haven't figured it out. Because oftentimes I don't get it in this specific fashion. My opponent plays something that disrupts the whole flow. So to get it in the straightforward fashion, I often kind of don't get it that way. So I played what I knew, right? That was a lot. That was 27 seconds in the opening. I mean, that took away a lot of my time. Castles, bishop, knight jumps in, castles, rook comes in. Rook is a very strange move. Rook is a very strange move. I've never seen anyone play rook. And the reason he played it would have been obvious to me like some years ago because it was something that I constantly saw. But these days, I don't actually see this move. So rook I felt was a bad move. And if my opponent was intending to play, that's I didn't even look at the bishop going back because I thought that was wrong. You are kind of locking your king in. So I was kind of thinking that, is he trying to do this? Like, for what reason would he be playing this? Really not advancing his development. So I felt I was supposedly good here, which is why maybe I should have gone h4. But I was looking at this move, right? And I was looking at the fact that if I play takes here, I often get hit with this move, right? So because of that, that's why I didn't do that. But of course, it's very obvious that I have takes, and then pawn push here. That is also a plausibility, right? I don't know if it's very good, but that's also a move I could have played. But I think I shouldn't have looked at that. Yeah, maybe, who knows? Yeah, so let me get back to this. Yeah, so our opponent plays this and then we lock the position, because now I realize that my opponent is not well developed. Locking the position makes my attack make more sense, right? You can, when you lock the position, you can even sacrifice pieces. So I'm aware of that, like, mindset, right? He brings the knight in. I see that it's attacking the pawn, but this helps me play this move, which further makes this bishop not an option and furthermore improves this idea, because now the knight can't jump in here. I think I was a little bit too slow. A6 is a very slow move. And I think, let's see, so maybe we should have gone this way. I couldn't see beyond this. Yeah, I was right. My assessment is right. Because I can't do anything here. Bishop comes in here, can easily be blocked. So I couldn't justify playing that move. I just couldn't justify playing that move. And I thank God I didn't do that. So G4 makes perfect sense. My opponent jumps in here. Oh, that move doesn't work. I was actually looking at the sacrifice to see if it works. Knight takes and seeing if it works, but it doesn't. So far, the engine agrees with everything I'm playing. My opponent attacks and I take. Not the best, but still not bad. My opponent takes back is what I did not consider. Another thing is, I was also kind of worried about the bishop. I actually didn't want to play this move because it locks my bishop. You see how terrible my bishop was throughout the game. So I was also thinking about playing this subtle, like, backward move. But again, I lose this guy. So I couldn't figure out, like, a way to deal with it. I wasn't so sure, which is why I just decided to, like, remaneuver my knight, because I realized I could still open the position this way, right? Because my knight could come in here and he takes and I take back, or he plays pawn takes and I take back, the line is opening up, right? And since the knight is blocking the queen, this check exists, though the follow-up is not so clear to me. Oh boy, it's overheating. Might go off anytime soon. But anyways, we'll see if that's the case. Yeah, so bishop here is wrong. I thought bishop there was slow. I wanted to try other moves like pawn push here, going straight for this idea, because again, here is one of the things I was looking at. Engine says it doesn't work, which makes perfect sense. Yeah, so everything I'm doing is fine. Like, I'm not making the worst options. There possibly are better moves, but I'm not making the worst option. I have 2 fans on this laptop, by the way, and it's still overheating. So I decided to remaneuver, because you can see the benefit of me coming here. At some point, I saw that my queen could also slide this way and attack this square. My opponent goes back, bring the queen in. I'm happy. This move is not bad. Oh my goodness. Takes, and should I have played pawn takes? Yeah, so once again, my PC overheated. So yeah, let's quickly go through this before it goes off again. I really don't know what's going on, but this was an interesting game. I made a lot of good moves according to the engine, but then I just let it slip at a point. And the moment I let it slip, I think I could have avoided it. Sorry, but I don't want this. Yeah. Let me turn off. I don't know if it's the engine, maybe. Okay, so once again, my PC overheated and turned off, which is why the analysis part is cutting off so quickly. But let's take a look at this quickly before it overheats again. I've been trying to figure out what's going on, but it's fine. So this game was quite interesting because there's so many things I could have done that I didn't do. Funny enough, I don't know why in this position I did not consider playing e5. E5 just makes perfect sense, right? E5 literally made perfect sense because your opponent is going to be in trouble here. there is, like, for example, knight comes in here, but I think you just trade off first, and then you have a move like what do you call it, f3, right? So bishop takes, king takes, and then you have this move, and your opponent is going to be in a very precarious position, right? Because no matter how much you try and dodge, you're going to get hit with something. Like, if you try and play it in this way, you're going to get hit with something. Right? So I could have gone this way. And the other thing about this is, yeah, this is not where you want to be. This is just not where you want to be, because that's literally just game over, right? Bishop goes back. Is it bishop goes back? Because the king can't do anything. Bishop goes back, you can take, and this is checkmate. So wait, why is it saying that he's not dead yet? I don't see the other alternative that saves my opponent. Yeah, it's just mating two. Yeah, I was wondering. I saw +3 and I was wondering what's going on. Yeah, so that's also it. I did not notice that for the life of me. Instead, I played the safe move and I explained why prior to the PC overheating. My opponent goes back, and the engine so far likes everything I played here, right? Including after takes. Okay, not takes. It felt I should go knight c to e3 here. Knight c to e3 here, but instead I did it after, and it really liked this move, queen to h2, as in at the time I played it. The engine here recommended bishop takes, I think rook takes, and then whatever my opponent plays, whether rook takes or knight takes or whatever takes, you can play this move, queen to h2, right? I'm being very fast, so that's why I'm not being very critical about everything. Just want to show you where the corrections could have been made. So here everything is fine, and in this position, after my opponent jumps in with the rook, I could have played bishop takes. That way queen takes can be met with, like, I think bishop or knight h3, one of them. I really like this move though. But the funny thing is, the brilliant move I made was not the engine's top consideration, because the engine was not considering knight f5. Okay, here now it is. When I looked at the game on my phone while I was waiting for my PC to cool down, knight f5 was like the third option, right? But it considers it to be very brilliant. And yeah, my mistake was taken with the bishop. I was, yeah, this is actually very bad for my opponent. This is very scary for my opponent. Me missing this is just sad. Yeah, but like, you see this move and you know that you are completely in a dominant position. You are going to invade your opponent's position. You can even bring the rooks in. At some point, bishop can slow play its way. Ideally, you're going to focus on pawn push, but you can even slow play it from this point, bring other pieces into the mix, and then have a like fine and dandy game. But unfortunately, I took the wrong way. And from this point, engine is like, it's a draw. I didn't know what to do here. Eventually, my opponent takes over the position. Here, I don't know, I missed my whole idea. Takes, pawn push. My opponent goes knight back. And I completely forgot my whole idea, which is to come in here with the knight. Now, why do I want to come in here with the knight? Let's just make a random move for my opponent. Let's say he comes back. This is what we are looking for, because this is basically checkmate, or I'm winning this guy. And takes, we open this position up, right? Still not winning, but you get the point, right? That was the point of the knight coming in there in the first place. I played this move because I felt I could infiltrate, but I was wrong. I thought I had something here. Later on, the queen comes in. I realized I'm just losing. Yeah, everything here is just bad. My opponent just collapses at this point, and I'm very happy after this move I did not panic here and just double. I'm happy I played this move, because this gave my opponent a chance to make the error he did, which was knight back, because this guy is now pinned. The rook is absolutely pinned. I can take this guy. There's nothing to defend it. You take here, and you basically enter into this position where we can trade down into a winning end game. He blocks because you go back and that's the end of the game. Rook here, checkmate. So I know for a fact that I'm winning the knight. We win the knight, we just take over the whole game, and then I had to be very careful here because I could have gotten mated here if I had played this move. This move would have lost me the game instantly. So I had to be very careful here, and I win from this point. Please about to overheat. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.